Azim Salako, political and public affairs analyst, joins us to discuss this further. Thank you so much for your time, Azim.
Now, good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Now, following the judgment of the PEPC, would you say justice was served?
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, friends in Africa. It is to note that what happened the PEPT is part of the electoral process, because as far as election is concerned, the court, or if you want to call it judicial review, is part of the process, and it must be exhausted sufficiently and conclusively before a candidate can be conclusively be deemed to have won an election. And so what happened is just part of the electoral process, and it deepens Nigeria democratic institution. However, on the question whether the ruling represents justice, is a matter of divergent views. There are people, the school of thought which I belong to, what happened at the PDP or cannot be referred to as such a day cannot be referred to as a judgment, because there is still a Supreme Court who definitely has the finals, and of course the final conclusion of the Supreme Court is not also cannot represent what is true, but it only means that that particular road towards searching for the truth needs to end, because that is exactly what the rule and democratic institution is all about. However, we need, and I still think that just like every other parties, they have dissented to the ruling of the presidential tribunal, and they have all appealed to file, they have all decided to go to the Supreme Court. So we need to wait for the ruling of the Supreme Court before we can conclude whether the process have offered us justice or not.
All right, so how significant is this ruling in the broader context of Nigeria's electoral system, especially considering the upcoming elections?
One interesting fact that we cannot take away from what has just happened is the watershed, which is the live broadcast. That I've always argued that just or judges cannot assume that's a sacred status of omnipotence, and then judgment in itself cannot be enforced or cannot be forced on the people. The people also must see that justice has taken place, and one of the fulcrum of achieving or seeing justice is openness, transparency, and of course consistency. And on the area of transparency, the live broadcast where all Nigerians seated, then they have the privilege and access to watch the proceedings and the judges reading the judgment live.
All right. And then I want to take you on that area of transparency. Sorry. I want to take you on the area of transparency, exactly. Right? How does this particular, I say, episode reflect the effectiveness and impartiality of Nigeria's judiciary, particularly in handling, election-related cases?
Thank you very much. And that is why I said that political science, I'm a political scientist, and now I'm going to talk from the angle of political science. And I've always argued consistently that political science has a lot to offer our understanding of how the legal system works and how the legal system can improve. Because the whole study of law, as far as I'm concerned, is about, and of course the court, is about interpretation and adjudication of law. However, political science offers us an understanding of, and of course, pays attention to the structures and arrangement of institutions, and how this arrangement and setup affect the outcome of judiciary. And that is why that to achieve transparency, the tribunal cases or whatever cases that intend to review the outcome of voting should take place before the swearing in of a sitting president. The federal Nigeria or our federal system is so over-concentrated at the central, and the central is so powerful to the extent that it will be very difficult that
as I'm sorry,
elected or working under the tutelage of the president to make any rulings like the sitting president. And that's why I have argued that if there is a way, the best way that the institution, and to also transparency, devoid political bias, sentiment of justice, because we
all right,
cannot
Asim, apparently I guess we're experiencing some sort of technical glitch there in terms of the network strength, but thank you so much for your time.